Hey, just another recording. Today I'm in the kitchen, and while I was preparing some food for tonight, I thought I would sit and have a chat, stand and have a chat with you about a few things, and just tell you a bit more about me. And hopefully you can hear me properly and things go okay. So give me a tick. I'm going to get a knife. So I just thought I would talk to you about a few things that I do. And one of the big things that I do is I spend time on YouTube. And YouTube is one of the things that really has caught my interest because it's got a lot of different people, a lot of different topics, and you can just go anywhere with it. Some places will give you lots of good information, other places will give you a lot of crap. But I just thought I'd cover some of the stuff that I really enjoy looking at. So I might do dives on Elon Musk. And there's many things about his life that I don't appreciate, but I am just fascinated by his brain. I find intellect quite fascinating, and I love how he thinks and how he can juggle thoughts around in his head, and the amount of things that he's interested in and how he chases what he wants. Because he really does. He sets his mind on something and then creates PayPal. Or when he's 12, he goes, hey, I'm going to code this program and start up my own arcade with my brother. Or I'm going to create Tesla. And I'm going to throw everything I have into it. And he really does seem to have that passion that I really find intriguing about in people, the passion to just throw everything you have into it and put your money where your mouth is, in both your actions, your life, your money, but in time and enthusiasm. And it's really interesting. And watching him chase down his thoughts on SpaceX and knowing what each of his departments do, and then sitting in a meeting and going, oh, but I know enough about this that this is what I'm looking at. I could only ever hope to have a brain that, and I never will, but it's amazing. So, yeah, those sort of things I really, I like to learn from people like that. Not to be like them, but to see how they perceive the world and gain extra in my own worldviews. How can someone just imagine to go, hey, let's make us interplanetary and take us to Mars? Now, no one has ever dreamed that big, I think, in my lifetime, and then actually chased it. And so, 10 years later, he's made things go to Mars. And he wasn't NASA. But anyway, so that's the sort of thing I chase down. And then I go and research things like Scientology, and I really get involved in the lives and the character development and what's been happening with Scientology. And I've been chasing the topic with Scientology for many years. And I've become interested and grown to know the characters in the Scientology field. And I actually was interested in it before there was a lot of ex-Scientologists on YouTube. because it is a fascinating cult, and I've always researched cults. And still in the world, not many people know enough about Scientology and the facts of who they are and what they do. Still don't get a saucepan. Change of plan. I got a wok, and this is a wok. Bigger than my head. Let me just turn it on. So I hope the clunking isn't too loud for you guys of me doing things. However, my stove is quite noisy, so I hope that doesn't disturb you. I'll move the speaker a little bit further away. Did I just mute that? I hope not. What I will do is I will just go and check. I actually don't know how to check aha, I checked it and it's working. Anyway, so yeah, and I spend a lot of time researching Scientology. And why? Is it going to gain me anything? And I think it actually has. Seeing the people that have gone through Scientology and what they've learned from it, what they've experienced from it, how it has changed them, it really is intriguing to me. So, excuse me for that. Yeah, and I've really grown to love the people on YouTube who are now calling Scientology out and really pulling it out of the shadows. And I hope that those people stay on YouTube, and so I can actually continue to follow them and shout them out and show them that what they're doing in never-ends lives, so people who've never been into Scientology, that they are having such a huge influence on them, and we do care, and that there's people out here that aren't just here to bully them and say bad things about them, that there's good people out here too who want to say, you've really done some amazing things in our lives, and thank you for being out there and contributing to this world, and that what you have to say matters. And there's not enough people in the world that are sharing their good opinion. Everyone is always keen to go up and say, hey, this is why you're wrong, this is why I hate this, this is why you need to change. And yet where's people with the humility and the love to say, hey, I think you're amazing. I think that your place in this world and what you're putting into it is awesome. And so shout out to the ex-Scientologists and the people that are sharing their lives so openly. And funnily enough, there seems to be a massive overlap in a number of my interests in YouTube. So the people that seem to like Scientology also like true crime. They also like human behaviour and cults and a lot of things. And it's pretty cool to see the overlap every now and then. I hope that this isn't getting too loud. But turn it down a wee bit. So, what else do I chase down on the internet? I have a beyond nerdy obsession with AI and robots. I have thought they were the coolest things since sliced bread. ever since I was a child. And I think that comes from me being a Gen X, but also on the verge of the Gen Ys. And I'm fascinated by what can happen in gadgets and cool trinkets. But one of the things that I've always loved is the advancement of the AI robot. So really that started with Sophia the robot way back when. She must have been around for at least 10 years now. And just the humanoid is what we'd probably all call it. And that stuff doesn't scare me. That stuff I just find so cool. And then when Amica came out, I don't know, maybe 2 years ago, the mimicking of humans is so amazing. And hearing people talk about the fact that we may have robots taking over a lot of the things that we do, and that it can actually be a positive thing, that humans will adapt to do alternate things in our lives, and that while food will be provided easier and other things will be created by robots, there will still be a place for humans to find fulfillment in work, but it'll be in different things, and it won't be to sustain our intake of food and that sort of stuff. So that's a very interesting topic to me too. And now that there's Elon, who's also then had a step into the market because of his fears of where it was going, and he's brought in Optimus Gen 3 at the present, well, almost. And because of how much he loves to speed things through, I'm really waiting with bated breath for what he's going to bring to the sphere, because even if he doesn't bring the best humanoid robot, he is going to push the others to keep up with him, and really work on just the incredible involvement that these humanoids are going to have in our own lives. And that's something that probably Gen X feared would never happen in our lifetime. And I want it to happen in our lifetime because I want to see how far it can be pushed while I'm still alive, because it's really, really cool. Let me go and grab something. So one of the things that I've been obsessed with since I was a little child is human behaviour. I have done my best to study humans as a child, as an adult. Sometimes it was to make lives better for others, and I can go into that another time. But I went and studied psychology, I studied counselling, whether it be generalised counselling, crisis counselling, that sort of thing. Then, as I said, I got my degree in psychology. I've looked at helping others in many different ways throughout my life. And I guess that's where my fascination for cults comes in, of what people believe in. And then you have my love of theology and wanting to understand that side of our lives, about where we came from, what's our place in all of this system, what is truth, and is there a truth? Is there known facts? Do we know what is right, what is wrong? a bird just landed on the roof. And so all of that sort of stuff, it could keep me happy till the end of days, just by learning all this sort of thing. So that really describes who I am and what I love. And so I thought I wanted to give you a little bit of an insight into that. I think one day I'll probably go on a deeper dive into some more of these topics, or talking about things like North Korea or Jonestown or how humans are so fallen, and not being able to understand and really even see to the level of depravity people hit. And yeah, anyway, I hope you learned a little bit more about me, and I didn't bore you to death, and I hope that you could hear me too. I wish you all well, and God bless you, and I will talk to you next time. Ta-ra!